Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today I'm going to explain the Filipino horror movie called Shake, Rattle, and Roll 11 Lamang Lupa. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. The film began with a police officer and a social worker questioning a young woman who had been severely beaten and injured in an interrogation room. When the social worker calmly asked the girl, she remained silent. The policeman finally lost his cool and made the girl tell the truth. Cut to the girl Sheila in the car with her boyfriend Ryan, friends Cherry, Archie, Leah, and twins Kiko and Pong as they make their way to the woods for a camping trip. Sheila refused to speak with Ryan after learning that he had an affair. When they got to the campground, everyone pitched their tents and made themselves comfortable. When Sheila and Leah first met, Sheila acted as though Ryan had cheated on her with Leah by giving her the cold shoulder. Ryan relieved himself on a mound on the side of the tree. Leah rushed to them and warned them not to disrespect a mound spirit because doing so would bring about terrible misfortune, such as sickness or tragedy. Leah screamed in annoyance because the boys ignored her warnings and continued to make jokes despite her warnings. The arm of a baby monster emerged from the mound's dirt as soon as the boys left. Later, Archie and Sheila discussed Ryan. Archie said that Sheila deserved better and that she didn't deserve the abuse she received from Ryan, which Sheila laughed off but still accepted wholeheartedly. Kiko suddenly felt extremely ill and had a terrible stomach ache later that night while everyone was sleeping. To inform him and to have company while urinating outside, he roused his twin from sleep. When Pong declined to accompany him, he went alone. Kiko was terrified as he was being circled by something while hiding in the grass. He believed that his friends were playing a joke on him. He was then abducted by an unidentified creature. Pong frantically searched every tent the following morning as the group was getting ready for breakfast. All of his friends went into a panic after he told them about Kiko's disappearance. Through the course of their search in the woods, they discovered his shoe. They were reprimanded by Leah for possibly inciting the creature's wrath by urinating on the mound. Archie then suggested that they separate to locate Kiko more quickly. Ryan objected and said that perhaps doing so would cause them to perish more quickly. But the rest of the group had already endorsed Archie's plan, so Ryan was compelled to follow it. In a group with Sheila, Ryan, and Chia, the trio continued to argue with one another to the point where they failed to notice that Chia had been left behind. When Chari heard sounds of groaning nearby, she yelled for her friends but instead started running. Kiko's faint groan was heard while the other half of the group was still looking, and when they discovered where it was coming from, it was down a cave. Kiko was too hurt to respond when Pong screamed for him. Before falling into a muddy pond, Chari ran on in fear. When a creature with completely black skin surfaced from the water and attacked Chari from behind, she was just about to exit. She struggled to repel the creature, but she was defeated. After hearing Chari's screams, Ryan and Sheila discovered their origin. They were completely astounded when they discovered Chari's dismembered body at the pond's edge. When they ran into their friends, they told them about Chari's brutal death and said that she had been attacked by some kind of animal. Ryan suggested that they all leave because they were all terrified of what was happening to them, but the others couldn't afford to leave Kiko by himself. Archie and Ryan then got into a fight over their opposing viewpoints on the circumstances. Sheila intervened in the argument and told Ryan that he could leave if he so desired. She also disagreed with his plan. Leah confronted her dishonesty and betrayal of their friendship when she slept with her boyfriend when she tried to end their argument. When Archie and Leah returned to Kiko, they assumed that he had vanished as well until Kiko tapped them on the shoulder from behind a boulder. They went ahead and set up the ropes so they could descend. They were shocked to find Kiko severely hurt, bound to a stalagmite, and doused in green goo when they reached the cave's bottom. To free his twin, Kiko desperately pulled on the ropes. While this was happening, Sheila blocked the descent of something or someone from the ceiling. Then, as Kiko worked to free his brother, the monster struck. Kiko was gutted by the monster until he stopped yelling. Seeing the monster pursuing her as she fled the mayhem, Sheila stopped short. Archie then gave her a tap, and the two of them were able to both grab the rope. Ryan and Leah were left on their own. Archie was enraged by what had occurred earlier. Leah was about to give him a shoulder pat of consolation when she noticed green goo dripping from above them. They were in utter disbelief when they noticed the monster hovering above a tree over them. Leah was able to escape the monster's attack when it targeted Ryan. Despite Leah's best efforts, the monster was able to catch her and devour her until she passed away. Sheila was able to exit the cave successfully, but Archie had difficulty doing so she told Sheila to flee. Although Archie was able to escape the cave by climbing out, the monster was able to kill him in just a few steps. Sheila was being pursued by the monsters as she made her way back to the campsite. In a panic, she dashed into a tent. She started looking for them and panic set in, but her fear only increased when she heard strange noises coming from the nearby woods. She managed to get to the car, but the monsters caught up with her, pulled her out, and began raping her. They didn't believe Sheila's account of what took place in the interrogation room. It was difficult for them to accept that she had been attacked by unknown creatures. Despite her cries for assistance, the policeman started to tell Sheila that she would be accused of murdering her friends. Sheila suddenly screamed in agony as the officer continued to speak. She was in agonizing pain as her stomach started to twist and bloat. She let out one last cry before she passed away. The policeman was horrified to see that her stomach was shifting, as if something were trying to break free. Sheila's body suddenly burst into an element, sending a wave of fear and panic through the group.